Hi everyone, it's Shar and welcome back to my channel. We're back with another create a sim for my save file. This time this family lives in Myshuno and they have a really interesting, really supernatural background. As always, with all of the videos from my save files, I will be spending the majority of this video telling you about the story and the background of the Sims and the families, who the video is about, or who the build is for if we were doing a speed build. But you can see this time we're in Create a Sim. This is also a little bit of a CC showcase that I picked up a lot of new pieces, and you'll see me trying on the new pieces on Jacqueline here throughout the video. So that's that. Okay, so Jacqueline Woodworth. Jacqueline is currently living in Myshuno with her husband, Hudson. You'll see Hudson in a minute. But Jacqueline actually grew up in, Sulani. She grew up in Sulani, and she was such a sweet and happy child. Like, she loved her friends. She was always on the beach. She loved being by the ocean. As a child, she would have had child of the ocean trait and aspiration. She always loved the water. She grew up in a really happy and loving household, and she was just a really sweet, happy kid. And that continued on to her teen years. Her and her friends got together. They were hanging out and swimming in the ocean, and they encountered this cave. And in the cave, they found a mermaid. And they were all like, oh my gosh, are we dreaming? Is this real? And it was real. And they found out that they could be mermaids. So altogether, after a year or so, when Jacqueline would have been around 15 or so, probably even younger, maybe even 14, they decided to become mermaids together. And in this version of the story, they don't become mermaids by just eating mermaid kelp. They eat the mermaid kelp, and then the mermaid that they found, who's also a witch, has to perform the spell to turn them into mermaids. So all of Jacqueline's friends go first, and they become mermaids, and they're swimming around with their beautiful tails, and Jacqueline is so excited. Picture like the most magical cave you can imagine, like lots of blue light, just really beautiful, and Jacqueline is pumped up. She's so excited, and she's a little bit nervous, but all of her friends have gone before her, so she thinks it's going to be fine. But lo and behold, Jacqueline goes to perform the spell. She gets the spell done on her, and it goes horribly wrong. Instead of Jacqueline becoming a mermaid, she becomes a siren, essentially a demon who kills other people, and that immediately transforms all of Jacqueline's personality traits. She goes from fun-loving and child of the ocean and outgoing to mean, evil, and hot-headed, and her aspiration changes to public enemy. So Jacqueline actually has a body count because as a siren, she can't resist the urge to kill people. And she killed quite a few people in Sulani before the other mermaids in town, including her friends, realized that it was her doing it and that she was the one killing people. And they band together and essentially exiled her from Sulani, and she was forced to move to Myshuno. Now, Jacqueline is a siren. She has this ability to put men under her spell and to make them do whatever it is that she wants to do. No man in this world could find Jacqueline irresistible if they were under her spell. She's irresistible to all men who are under her spell. And she finds this athlete who you just saw, Hudson. You're going to see him in a minute again when I rotate through and show you. So she finds this guy, Hudson. Hudson is an athlete. And Hudson has no idea why he fell so fast and so hard for Jacqueline. But literally after a day or two, a couple of dates, they were engaged, they were married, and she had moved into his house. And you can see that in their romance bar when you jump into the family, and that their friendship is very low because they don't know each other at all. But their romance is at 100. It's full on, full bars. And that's kind of like the killing card for Jacqueline, in that everyone she kills has that same relationship bar where they have a low friendship meter but an incredibly high romance bar. So I was paying really close attention to this family and how they show up in the world, including what is in their inventory. So Jacqueline, you'll see, has 3 gravestones in her inventory from the 3 people that she killed while she was in Sulani. Now, I don't know if Jacqueline is going to kill Hudson, I have no idea. I'm not going to play with this family. That is your choice if you choose to play with this family in San Myshuno. And in my save file, San Myshuno is Tokyo. So we're working on her mermaid form, and I wanted to do this storyline for this family because I wanted a sim who had really, really bad traits, like just bad traits across the board. You can see hot-headed, evil, and mean, but I wanted her to have a more complex background story because in a way, Jacqueline is also under a spell of sorts, and it's a spell that turns her into a demon. So whether or not she gets saved, or whether or not Hudson gets saved, or how you choose to play out that story, or whether you allow her to stay a demon is completely up to you. But I love the story for this family. This is the end of the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is part of the Shar save file, and I will see you all in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.